Hello, angel bums. Hi there, gang. So nice to see you here for the delight that is teen yoga. Hello, for those of you I don't know, my name is Beth, and I teach teen yoga at The Nutshell, and we are doing some online digital teen yoga right now. So grab a mat, make some space. It's going to be good, I can tell you now. And if I know you from teen yoga classes, all of my love. I haven't seen you in weeks, but don't worry, we'll be back at it again in no time, I'm sure. Okay, so where were we? We are sitting comfortably, making space. You don't need a yoga mat, you can do this on the carpet, you can do this on the floor. I would suggest doing it on a piece of carpet or something, just because doing it on the floor might be a little bit hard on your knees, but it's okay. Whatever space you've got is good enough. Okay, so let's start. Perfect. So if sitting on the floor is an issue and your back hurts, sit on a cushion, okay? So either way, we're just coming into a more comfortable seat. We're going to bring the hands to the knees. We're going to roll those shoulders down and back. And we're just coming into a slightly more active space. So if you're struggling to straighten that spine, just lean a little bit further back, okay? It will help. Perfect. So we're taking some deep breaths here, okay? Just sinking into the body, bringing that focus from up here to just in here, okay? So we're moving feelingly. We're no longer sort of thinking about how we move. We're going to move in the body in a way that feels really, really good. So sitting up nice and tall, taking those deep breaths, moving that breath into the belly. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so now let's gently walk the hands so they're just behind the hips. We're going to use those nice straight arms to bring the chest up, so really opening through the chest. Awesome. Lifting, and we're going to use an inhale to bring the chin up. Lovely stretch through the front of the neck, just counterposing all that slouching. Awesome. And then exhaling, sending that chin all the way down, tucking it into chest. Awesome. Let's do two more of these. Big inhale, all the way up. Fabulous. Lifting, dropping the head back. Awesome. Exhaling, same again, tucking chin to chest, rolling all the way through. Fabulous. Awesome. One more, same again. Big inhale, lifting in the chest, dropping the head back, nice and tall, almost exhaling. Fabulous. All the way back and through. Cool. Okay, coming off the hands. Hands are coming to the knees. Same again, except this time we're moving sideways in the neck. So exhaling over the right shoulder. And we're slowly going to take some circles with the neck, okay? So really slowing it down here. Yeah? Now you might find that one side is really creaky, a little bit crunchy, maybe it feels really tight in there. That's okay, we're just going to slow down there. Again, taking those deep breaths. Awesome. Fabulous. So going even slower, just feeling through the tops of the shoulders and into the neck. Fabulous. Rolling that chin down. Awesome. Maybe we're keeping the eyes closed. Fabulous. Let's roll it the other way. Wherever you are, we're going to head the other way around. Awesome. Fabulous. Nice and slow. All the way back round. Keeping that breath deep and even. Glorious. Awesome. So next inhale, wherever you are, we're making our way back into center. Nice. Okay, cool. So notice the space. Maybe we feel a little bit more open in the chest. Maybe we feel a little bit more open in the neck. Great. Fab. So when we're practicing yoga, we're basically moving with the breath. That's the whole thing. The whole deal is moving with the breath. So that is the hardest part. So we're going to do a really simple exercise, but this is just to make sure that we're moving from the breath, okay? So hands either side of the hips. Again, lifting in the chest, sitting nice and comfortably. And very simply, we're just going to use an inhale to lift the arms up. Big stretch up, okay? Inhaling, lifting the hands up. Maybe we're bringing the head to look up at those hands. Awesome. And then as we exhale, lowering the hands. Yeah, so we want the exhale to last the full length of the lowering of the hands. And then by the time the hands touch the mat, we're inhaling again. Big old inhale, reaching all the way up. Hands up. Awesome. Wiggling the fingers if we need. Exhaling. Awesome. We're going to do this 2 more times, okay? So you really want to try and honour the length of your own breath. So it might be that you're like, inhale straight up. Totally fine, as long as we exhale and focus on elongating that. Awesome. This final one, I'm going to leave you to go for your own length, okay? So as long as you like, you're inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. Awesome. Fabulous. Gently we're going to meet. Hands on the mat. Nice. Okay, so same again. This time we're doing it one hand at a time and we're bending over. So big inhale, lifting the right arm all the way up. This time we're going to bend sideways. So bending that left arm at the elbow. We don't want to collapse into that shoulder. So we're bending in the elbow and exhaling over. Lovely. Inhale back through center. Keep the thighs nice and heavy here, okay? Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, sending it over. Lovely. Inhaling to lift. All the way back into center and exhaling over. Fabulous. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. Inhaling up and exhaling over. Really reaching that arm. Exhaling over. Luscious. Cool. Okay, inhaling back into center. Glorious. Okay, we may already feel beautiful and spacious in the upper body. That's great. So, about to move on to hands and knees. Before we do that, let's just warm up the wrists, okay? I know it's basic, and I know your wrists are already probably warm. We're going to do it anyway. Let's take a few circles, and once we've made our way onto all fours, we can always flip the hands over, yeah? So flip the wrists so they're facing the other way, press down on them, awesome, walk them back round, whatever feels good, yeah? Just want to make sure that we're not putting any pressure in the wrists without making them ready. Cool. Okay, so arriving in our tabletop position, bringing the hands so that they are underneath the shoulders, bringing the knees so that they are underneath the hips, nice and safe. And from here, we are going to gently exhale, send the tummy towards the mat, lift the chin, press the shoulders away from the ears. Awesome, we're going to breathe here, just a couple of breaths. So really pressing into the mat, pressing into the feet, inhaling, lifting in the chest, lifting in the chin. Awesome. Creating that lovely arch in the back. Fabulous. Now we're going to move. Exhale, roll it through, tuck the pelvis, send the spine up, pressing into the upper back, coming into that lovely dome shape. Chin is tucking to chest, breathing here. Awesome. So extending that exhale and then pulling in even more air as we inhale. And feeling the skin of the back expand. Awesome. Breathing in our cat pose. Fabulous. Awesome. Gently, let's come back into a neutral spine, okay? So we're not there long, but for now, we're going to walk the knees out so that they are mat width apart, yeah? So your knees are nice and wide. Bring the hands out so that they are also mat width apart, yeah? And from here, we might feel a little bit of activation in the core already. Panic ye not. It's all going to be okay. So, from here, we are going to inhale to lift the right arm. Take a big inhale, nice big stretch, reaching up. We're not collapsing in the head, remember we're lifting that head up. And then we're going to exhale, fold it through, wiggling the fingers if we need. Threading the needle, right hand's going to come in through that lovely hole. Shoulder comes to the mat, head comes to the mat too. Awesome. We're staying in this space, taking a supine twist here. So just a gentle twist in the spine. Counterposing again, all of that slouching. We can press into that left arm if that feels okay to further that twist round. If not, we're just staying here, letting gravity do all of the work. Sinking into the ground as we exhale. Keeping that breath nice and even. You'll notice that it has the tendency to get really short when we're doing anything that requires slightly more active space. It's okay, we're just going to focus on keeping it nice and long. Awesome, we're not here for long, one more breath. And then gently we're going to inhale, press into that left hand, and lifting that arm back up all the way through, same again. Wiggling in the shoulders, making sure we're nice and safe. Pressing into the knees, pressing into the hands, same again, this time on the other side. Big inhale. Lift it up, awesome, nice big twist, same again, threading that arm through, luscious, shoulder comes to the mat, head comes to the mat, nice big twist, awesome, breathing deep here. Again, letting gravity do all of the work. So just softening, exhaling. Maybe we're pressing into that right hand, just pushing that twist a little bit further. If not, it's all good. Fabulous. Okay, we're here for one more breath. Gently, we're going to use that inhale, press into the right arm, lift it back up, floating up. Awesome, back into center. Hands are going to come into the middle, and we're going to send it back. So, if you've got pain in the knees when we sort of collapse back, just pop a pillow on top of your calves, sit back on that, it will help. Okay, from here, we're going to send it back into our child's pose. Nice and long in the arms, chest is melting towards the mat. Fabulous. Awesome, so we're here for 4 breaths, okay? So this is a nice and restorative space. We're just going to gently sink the chest down. Maybe we're bringing forehead to the mat. We're rolling the head left and right. Just taking a little massage here for the sinuses. It is hay fever season after all. So just rolling it left and right. Fabulous. Awesome. Cool. From here, let's inhale, bring it up. Lift it up, walk the hands all the way back up. Cool. From here, we are going to lift off the ankles, but tuck the toes. So if you need to walk the knees back in, that is no biggie. Please excuse this door. The trials and tribulations of filming at home. Okay, so sink back on the toes. Now if that feels like too much in the toes, panic you not. We just come off. So we're just taking that lovely stretch through the soles of the feet. If you're like, this is fine, Beth, this is no biggie, then we can come to sit all of that weight back on the toes. If you're like, I've got this, but even that is not a problem for my ultra flexible feet. Okay, then first of all, brilliant, we're going to move it up into a balance pose, okay? So now all of the weight is resting on the toes, and it becomes a very different space. So it's much more about breathing and balancing. So really pressing into all of the toes, pressing into the big toe, but also into the little toes. And if you start to feel like, oh, imbalance, focus on your breath. I promise you, find balance in the breath, okay? So maybe it's just about bringing the hands to the knees. Maybe we're coming into prayer pose, whatever feels good. Maybe we're still back here like, whoa, no, Beth. No biggie. Wherever we are, we're here for 2 more breaths. Awesome. Okay. Gentle exhale. We're lowering. Coming all the way off. Sending the feet round. Perfect. Sending the legs out nice and long. Cool. All right, gang. We're nearing completion. So stay with me. So, while we're here, legs are out nice and long. Shoulders are coming back. We're going to take this really simple shape. This is Dandasana, okay? Simple space, but again, the more we practice yoga, the more we're looking for those tiny micro sensations. So even the simplest of asanas can be a glorious thing. Asana means pose, by the way. It's just fancy yoga talk for pose. Okay, so we're going to use this really simple shape, which is effectively just making your body this right angle. Micro bend the knees if you need to, okay? If your hamstrings are too tight to have them all together and keep this spine straight, then micro bend the knees. Because what we're trying to do is keep this spine lovely and straight. Keep that chest nice and lifted. We're imagining that the spine is a little stick, just sticking into the earth, yeah? Now if it helps to bring the hands to the sides or maybe walk the hands back, no biggie, no biggie. Awesome. Breathing here. If we can straighten the legs, we're straightening the legs. If not, no biggie. Glorious. Okay, from here, we're going to relax the spine, relax the legs, and we're going to come into a really gentle shape, okay? So, just going to bring the knees out nice and wide, yeah? So you've walked the legs out, so you're sort of coming into a, I don't know if you can see me, the legs are like wide, yeah? Knees are hip distance apart, that's what I meant to say. Knees are hip distance apart. And we're just going to sink it forwards. We're going to take hold of the knees with the elbows and just sink it forwards, coming into that lovely cave space, okay? So really using that chin, tucking it into chest to just make all of that space between all the vertebrae in the spine. So just taking that full spinal stretch. Awesome. Cool. Okay, from here we're going to inhale up. Perfect. Gently. Let's lift it. Lift the chest. And bring the soles of the feet together, okay? So we're coming into butterfly pose, yeah? Soles of the feet are coming together, nice and flat on the mat. Now, depending on how you feel, you can bring the soles of the feet away from you, or you can bring them tucked up, nice and close. Again, whatever feels good. If the knees are feeling a bit vulnerable here, pop some pillows underneath. If not, go with whatever feels good, yeah? So, from here, again, we've got loads and loads of different ways to make this shape work. So we can lift the chest and work on keeping that spine nice and straight, or we can bring the soles of the feet really close to the body and just gently sort of like basket the toes and just pull the feet towards you as you press that chest forwards. So this shape alone might feel kind of intense. I'll show it from the side just in case. So again, you're using this shape, pressing those shoulders back and down and lifting that chest forwards. If that feels okay, we can start to press down, yeah? Pressing the elbows into the thighs. If you're like, it's not that, Beth, that doesn't work, bring the knees out so that they're slightly further down, bring the soles of the feet further forwards, and we're just going to come into a really gentle curved space, okay? So just come into that nice cave, Same principles as the pose we just did. You can tuck your chin to chest and create all of that space through the back. Awesome, we're just breathing here. Again, if this feels good, we can take a little bit of a foot massage. Why not? Press into the soles of the feet. Press into the toes. Just bring that attention into the feet. Fabulous. Awesome. One final exhale, just softening all the way through. Melting down, and then we're going to inhale, bring it up. Wherever you are, we're bringing it up. Cool. So, we're moving from our butterfly pose, bringing the knees up nice and gently. We're going to send the legs out nice and long. Glorious. Okay, so from here, we are going to come into a balance pose. Yeah? So, send the chest back and lift the legs. Yeah? I might come a little bit further on my mat. So, coming into this pose, boat pose, right? So we can either hold the knees with the arms. If that feels good, we just stay here. If you're like, I can already feel this, Beth, it's awful. Panic you're not. Take a smile and enjoy it, okay? So just being in this space, coming into a balanced space. If that feels okay, we can lower and release the arms, yeah? I say lower. We're gently bringing the arms to the side, yeah? And if that feels good, then you're like, okay, pat, straighten the legs, yeah? If you're like, it's not that, Beth, doesn't work. Remember, this is just as good, yeah? Whatever works for your body. And some days you'll find that you're power people. You can do whatever you want. Some days you're like, I feel like a sack of potatoes. Don't worry, this is all part of life's rich tapestry. Okay, so we're finding a shape that works for us, whatever feels good. We're just in that space, breathing deep, keeping that chest nice and lifted. Awesome, engaging in the core. Now we're slowly going to make our way down. Okay, so this is where it can get really intense, and you can do as much or as little as you would like. But we are using that exhale to gently lower, slowly lower it down. Awesome, feeling that shake, using the shake. Fabulous. Coming all the way down, nice and slow, coming flat on the mat. Lovely. Okay, so when we arrive on the mat, we're just going to use this space, okay? Use this shape, just soften. Feel the support of the ground. And just melt into the mat, melt into the floor. Exhale. Perfect, so we're just letting all of the muscles relax here. Everything that we've stretched, everything that we've pulled, everything that we've pushed at today, I'm just going to gently let it breathe. Fabulous. Maybe we're bringing the hands onto the tummy and just taking a couple of deep breaths. Just feeling the tummy rise and fall. Noticing how we feel. And if you find that the mind is wandering or that there's thoughts coming and going, we're just going to notice them and then bring it back to the breath. So just bringing that focus back to the breath, slowly but surely, every time. Fabulous. Okay, from here, let's use an inhale to engage that core. Bend the knees. We're going to walk the knees up and tuck the knees into the chest. Fabulous. Rolling it left and right. Awesome. Just making sure everything feels nice and safe in the lower back. Glorious. Let's send the knees over to the right. Send the arms out into a big T shape and send the head over to the left, okay? So really counterposing all of that slouching, all of the carrying, all of the stuff that we do. Just keeping that spine nice and healthy by twisting it all the way from hips to head. And just elongating that breath. Again, using that exhale to sink into the mat. Scanning through the body, softening in the toes, in the knees and the hips. Relaxing in the wrists and the arms. Moving up into the shoulders and the neck and the jaw. And just bringing that focus back to the breath. Awesome. Just a couple more breaths here, gang. Just slowly wringing out all of that stress in the spine. Fabulous. Next inhale. We're going to engage in the core. Gently rock those knees back into center. Twist it all the way through. Same again. Over to the left. Head rolls out to the right. Awesome. And once again, just engaging that same routine. Lessening any tension. Relaxing anything that feels like it's under pressure. Maybe the hands are still gripping. Maybe the jaw is still clenched. We're just going to relax. Soften all of that. Fabulous, gang. We're not here for long. Awesome. 2 more breaths here. And then gently we're going to inhale, bring those knees back into center. And we're going to send the legs out nice and long. So send the legs out long, send the arms up and over, and we're going to take one big stretch here. So really taking up as much space as we can. Reaching the arms up and over, fabulous. Straightening in the toes, flexing in the toes. Imagine that early morning stretch. That's what we're going for here. Fabulous. And then exhale. We're going to come back into our gentle Shavasana, okay? So we're just going to come into a nice relaxed space, lying down on the mat. Perfect. Hands are tucked by the waist or by the hips. They're nice and relaxed. Or maybe we're bringing the hands to the tummy, whatever feels good. Either way, the feet are relaxed, the knees nice and soft in the hips. Shoulders are tucked underneath the heart space, and we're just taking a few breaths here, okay? So we're just softening into that space, keeping the breath nice and deep. And we're going to spend a full minute here, okay? So just allowing all of that good work to sink in. Allowing everything to settle down. And just noticing how we feel in the body. Maybe we feel a little bit calmer. Maybe we feel that actually we're quite stressed underneath it all. That's okay, as long as you just notice. So we're just noticing how we feel. Because the way that we feel will pass, yeah? So sometimes it might feel a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes it might feel a little bit, hopeless. But either way, these feelings pass. So however we feel now, we've done all of the good work. You might feel amazing. You might feel that you've made all of that space and that everything feels good. Either way, your only job is to notice and just focus on the breath. So wherever you are, we're gently going to start to come back into the body. We'll slowly wiggle in the fingers, slowly wiggle in the toes, gently move into the wrists and into the ankles. And slowly let's make our way into a seat. Awesome. So keeping the eyes closed, and just noticing how we feel in the body, noticing that nice natural breath in the belly. Awesome. Now, if you've been to my class, you know what's happening next. If you haven't, trust me, we're going to take a big inhale and then we're going to om, okay? So if you haven't ommed before, do not panic. It's just making a sort of humming noise that lasts the whole length of an exhale, okay? So try it with us. We're going to take a big inhale. Well done, gang. We did it. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was a pleasure, and it's nice to digitally see you all. And I'm sure I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day, and well done for showing up for yoga. I'm so pleased. All right, gang. I will see you all soon, I'm sure. Bye.